What's up? This is just to show you how to mod the GameCube with the xen8gc or xen8gc in my case. I'm showing you the tape, which I had to cut like pretty small, and it's covering that middle part. You can see like where it is, the lower right part. I put it like a bigger piece on. It's just to show you the lens is on the other side, so I have it on microfiber, but just put the tape down the middle so that the edges are exposed, and then cover up that lower right one like you see right there. And that's just to form kind of like a solder mask, so you don't get your solder doesn't accidentally get on those contacts, because that's bad and it'll make it not work right. Okay, so this is after I place it on top, and I just taped it in place, and you just solder all the little points that you can see there. The big spots have two different sides that you need to do. Just make sure that they're not touching. This is after I soldered it. I pulled the tape off. You can see like the top and the bottom part kind of have two distinct parts. Everything is, it looks a little bit messier in this picture than it does in real life, but everything's filled in, and it's a good solid solder bond on there. And after this, I want to put tape on top of it, and that way it'll just insulate it, because there's shielding on top of this, and you don't want it to touch the shielding, because it might short something out. Or just to be safe, we're going to put more tape on top of it. So I put the tape on top there and left the LEDs so you could still see them. And I just left it like this after I finished, because it's probably fine, because the most important part to cover is like the part that sticks out, the quad flat package. So as long as you have that covered, it's good. So I put it back together, and it wasn't reading discs, so now I need to adjust the variable resistor or potentiometer, and you just use a screwdriver to adjust it. But I was looking at my initial value, and the reason you adjust this is because if you have a lower resistance, your laser is going to be brighter, because it's not going to have as much resistance. So it will read your burn games more effectively. And your press discs are a lot easier to read, so they don't even need an adjustment. But I read this resistor, and you want to touch the lower part on the right. There's two legs, and then the middle, the part on the left only has one leg that you need to hold your multimeter probes up to, and you set it on ohms. And if you just hold it there in the right spot, you'll get your reading. And you want to be careful when you're adjusting these, because when you use the screwdriver to turn it, just turning it a little bit can change it like 50 or even 100, like barely turning it at all. So don't turn it a whole lot. But I had to fool with this for a bit. You're going to see my resistance value here in a sec, because I couldn't really hold the camera while I was getting it. But this is the stored value that I put in it of 459 ohms. That was the default value of my resistor. And you want to turn it to the left to make it lower, and to the right to make it higher. So our goal here is to get it, I'm not really doing anything in this video, but you want to put your screwdriver in the silver part on there, and then to get it lower, you want to turn it to the left, and to get it higher, you want to turn it to the right, and you want to aim for about 200 ohms. And I was trying to just adjust it a little bit and see if it would read discs at like 230, but it wouldn't. And you can see for a brief moment there, I ended up with 201. And as you can see from the picture, you'll just have to trust me that after I put it together, I was running my backup of Eternal Darkness fine. And this is running a legit disc. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now about the LEDs on it, it didn't do what it was supposed to do really on mine, but it's because it's like a clone. So if it lights twice and then stops and then lights up again, it's usually good. But like, I just ran the disc in it to test it, so I'm not really comfortable recommending anything about the LEDs or anything. So just like as long as it lights up twice and then turns off and lights up, you're probably fine. And this is just to show you it's a legit disc. And it doesn't beep after the disc is put in anymore, I assume, because it's bypassing the disc reading mechanism. But yeah, that's basically the mod. Thanks for watching.